John Montana's hybrid carp fly has become a standard pattern for anyone wanting to chase carp with a fly rod. We use Larva Lace and natural materials to create a style that just catches fish. All good carp flies should begin with a super strong hook. There are many out there that work well. This is a Gamakatsu live bait hook. Get a base of thread started behind the eye and prepare a spot to place your barbell eyes. For that, I'm just going to use a dab of Firestar dubbing to create a small foundation for the eyes to sit on. Tie this pattern in a variety of weights to cover any situation you might find yourself in. Capture the barbell eyes about 1/8 of an inch back from the eye of the hook and add securing figure 8 wraps to lock the eyes into place. Now I like red ultra chenille for the tail, but pink and wine are also great colors to have on hand. Cut a small piece from the pack and tie the piece of chenille down the entire length of hook, keeping the material on the top of the fly as you go. Stop your thread wraps when you get to the back bend of the hook shank. Then add the secret ingredient for many of our quality fish catching flies, Firestar dubbing. Firestar is the OG of high-vis dubbing packs. Wrap the noodle of Peacock Firestar all the way up the body to just behind the barbell eyes, leaving a small space for the next material, which is going to be a small amount of Estaz. Petite Estaz, in fact, in opal black. This is our standard, but feel free to mix it up. Pull some of the flashy stuff from the helix cord to provide a suitable tie-in point. Capture the Estaz on top of the hook and make 1 or 2 turns to form a small collar. Capture the tag end with a few wraps over the top and a few wraps in front, just behind the barbell eyes, before trimming the excess Estaz. The hackle on a traditional hybrid carp fly is made of yellow pheasant rump feather, but we've come to prefer using the light-colored shoulder feathers that are located above or a bit in front of the famous church window feathers located more towards the back. These feathers have a great color modeling and splay out nicely around the Estaz thorax. Prepare the feather soft hackle style. Rip the fluffy fibers from each side of the stem before preening all remaining feather fibers rearward while holding just the very tip of the feather. Trim the tip to create a small triangle tie-in point and bring the feather to your hook for placement. Capture that little triangle with a few secure wraps and make turns of hackle immediately behind the barbell eyes until you run out of feather fibers. Remember to stroke these fibers back consistently as you wrap the stem to prevent fibers from being trapped in the forward-facing position. You may get a few stragglers, but that's okay. Either trim them off or push them back towards the rear and capture them with more thread wraps. Now you can add another small noodle of Firestar dubbing to cover the thread collar. Bring your thread in front of the barbell eyes to add a whip finish and then trim your thread. Place a dab of super glue to the finished product to ensure long-lasting stability through multiple fish fights. Similar to a San Juan, you can use a lighter to singe the tip of your ultra chenille tail if you desire. Shout out to John Montana for sharing such a great carp fly with the fly fishing world. Drag it slowly along the bottom or place it under an indicator and pop it through more turbid water to find success. Get down to your local fly shop and pick up all the materials you need to tie some hybrid carp flies. Give Lori a call at the shop if you have any questions about stocking your shelves with high-quality Larva Lace products. When you're done making your masterpieces, share what you've learned on the Fly Tying University Facebook page. It's a community for all fly tyers. Larva Lace is a proud partner of the Fish Stories Archive, preserving fishing stories for future generations. Thanks for tying with Larva Lace. Tight lines and well-tied flies.